had a chance to try the problems, let's go over your answers. This says Walter surveyed his classmates about their favorite type of movies, and the results are shown in the table at the right. Suppose students were randomly selected and asked what their favorite type of movie is. Find the probability of each event and write as a fraction in simplest form. Looking over at the table, I see the types of movies are comedy, romance, adventure, and thriller. They tell me the percent for each student: 46, 22, 18, and 14. Question number 6 says, what is the probability that we'll pick a student that likes adventure? So, looking at this, I want to take a look at adventure, and that is 18. That means I have a total of 18% out of 100%. The total of this over here is 100. So I want to make sure I do it out of 100. 18 out of 100 simplified is going to be 9 out of 50. If we're trying to figure out what percent, we should know that it is 18 out of 100%, which is 18%, and that makes this unlikely. Number 7, we're looking for how many would pick romance or a thriller. That means we need to add 2 of these numbers. I'm going to add 22 plus 14. 22 plus 14 gives me 36. 36 out of 100, when simplified, is going to give me 9 out of 25. We also know that because it's 36 out of 100, it's 36%. However, this is still unlikely to choose a student that would like romance or thriller. Our next example says Tina has 16 pop CDs, 6 classical, and 2 rock. Tina chooses a CD at random. What is the probability she does not choose a classical CD? Looking at this information, I know that anything besides classical would have to be the 16 pop or the 2 rock. 16 plus 2 gives me a total of 18. 18 out of my 24. Looking at this, I can simplify and I get this is 3/4. I know 3/4 as a percent is 75%, and a 75% chance is pretty likely. Make sure if it's helpful, you can always write the probability, and then what we're looking for is not classical, or you could have written pop and rock. Now let's take a look at number 9. We're going to make a prediction. Number 9 says, suppose you roll a fair number cube 50 times. Whenever we see this word, fair number cube, we're thinking of a 6-sided cube. 50 times is the total amount. About how many times would you expect to roll an even number? We know that a number cube has the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Out of those 6 numbers, I have the numbers 2, 4, and 6 that are even, meaning I have a 3 out of 6 chance. To make a prediction, I personally am going to set up a probability or a proportion here. I'm going to find the probability by saying, out of my 6 sides, if I did it 50 times, how many of those times would I land on the number 3? This means if I were to convert it or do bat and ball, I would say 3 times 50 divided by 6. I also realize that 3 out of 6 is a 50-50 chance here, meaning that I have half the numbers, or a 50% chance, which means that it is how many times out of 1/2 would 50 be. That gives me 25 times. I should roll an even number half of the time with this dice or cube, leaving me with half of 50 being 25. Number 10 and the final question, if you spin the given spinner 40 times, how many times would you expect to get a 2? Looking at this spinner, I only see that one of the 4 numbers is the number 2. However, we're going to spin it 40 times. There are 4 sections, each with a different number. I have a 1 out of 4 chance. However, I'm spinning it a total of 40 times. In order to do this, 1/4 of the time is going to be 25% of 40. If I were to find 1/4 of 40, that's going to give me a total of 10 times. I hope this was helpful. Make sure you join the live sessions or email your teacher if you need extra help. Good luck.